chakra flow today. This definitely helps with support and feeling supported and having faith in yourself and letting your power shine. And this goes kind of hand in hand with Randina's money series. And not just, money, like she says, it's everything. It's, attracting your life that you want. And, you really have to believe it and believe that you deserve it. And working on these two areas will really help with that. It helps you release all the unwanted and everything that's just not serving you anymore, and gives space for more to come in. So I hope you enjoy. All right. So first, we're going to do a little meditation in Supta Baddha Konasana. So that's just reclined butterfly. So soles of your feet together, knees are out wide, and then come lying on your back. You can either place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, or have them laying out if you don't have a dog in your way. However you need to be in this moment. Closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in, and letting it out. From the bottom of that breath, pulling in as much as you possibly can, filling up your lungs, opening and expanding, and let it all go. Pushing out as much as you can, using your core and really getting all the old stagnant air out, and pulling in new fresh air. And holding at the top and letting it all go. Each breath gets deeper and deeper as you expand your lungs. Each exhale gets longer as you expel the breath. Start to bring your awareness into your body, starting with the feet, the way that the soles of your feet feel touching each other, your ankles on your mat or the floor, moving up your shins and your ankles to your knees, through your thighs to your hips, bringing that awareness through the center of your body to your heart, to your shoulders, down your arms, out your fingertips, up your neck and out the crown of your head. Taking a deep breath in and letting it all go. Bringing your awareness right in between your pelvis and your belly button. Imagining an orange light spinning and circulating like a tornado, cleansing and clearing, removing anything that's stuck and no longer serves your purpose. Twisting and clearing, getting bigger and bigger. That orange light shines brightly in front of you. Bring your awareness above your belly button, in between your belly button and where your ribs meet. Imagining a yellow light, spinning, twisting, cleansing and clearing, getting bigger and bigger, opening, cleansing, shining brighter and brighter. Bringing your awareness to your third eye center, the center of your forehead. Imagining a purple light, spinning and circulating, cleansing and clearing, getting bigger and bigger, shining out directly in front of you. Bringing your awareness to the top of your head. imagining a white light spinning, cleansing and clearing, shining directly out of the crown of your head, getting bigger and bigger. Taking a deep breath in and out. Reaching your arms overhead, your feet point, long, stretching out of your body. Deep breath in and let it out. Start to bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. Start to roll side to side, opening up your back. Then rocking and rolling front to back, using your core, coming to downward facing dog. Pushing your chest back towards your thighs, your fingertips and your knuckles into the mat, pedaling out your feet, tilting your tailbone towards the sky, bending your left knee, looking under your right armpit, stretching your side body, and then switching sides. Bend your right knee, look under your left, back to neutral, lift your right leg, bend at the knee, stacking your hips, stretching your side body. Bringing your foot back down and switching sides. Bending your left knee, stretching and opening up. Bring your foot back down to the mat. Push your chest back. Take a deep breath in and shift forward to plank. Breath out, downward facing dog. Linking your breath to your movement. Breath in, forward to plank. Breath out, downward facing dog. One more time. Breath in to plank. Breath out, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift your right leg high, squeeze your glutes. Bring it back down to the ground. Lift your left leg high. Bring your knee to your nose, squeezing your core. Step your left foot where your left hand is. Drop your back knee. Reach your arms up to the sky. Stretching the front of that right thigh, opening your heart. Take a breath in, bring your fingertips back down to the ground and step forward and fold. Halfway lift and fold, bending your knees so much so that your belly rests on your thighs. Letting your spine open up. Bringing your fingertips back to the ground, halfway lift and fold. Stepping back with the right leg, bringing your knee back down to the ground and reaching your arms up, pulling your shoulder blades down your back. Take a breath in, bring your fingertips to the ground, step back to plank. Slowly lower all the way down, lifting your chest for cobra, then pushing back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. Lifting your left leg high, squeeze your glutes, bring it back to the ground. Lift your right leg high, bend at the knee, bring your knee to your nose and step where your right hand is. Drop your back knee, lift your hands all the way up, opening your heart, breath in, bring your fingertips back to the ground, step forward, halfway lift, and fold. Maybe stretching out your knees, straightening them a little bit more than last time. Bringing your fingertips back to the ground, halfway lift and fold. Step back with your left foot, bring your knee to the ground and reach up, opening your heart, opening your throat chakra. Breath in, fingertips to the ground, stepping back to plank, lower down, either upward dog or cobra. Breathing out for downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift your left leg high, bring your knee to your nose, step where your left hand is, drop your back knee, reach your arms to the sky, opening your heart,
Bring your fingertips to the ground, making a kickstand with your back foot. Place your left hand on the inner thigh of your left thigh and reach your arm up to the sky, opening up. Bring both hands back down, step forward, halfway lift, and fold. Separating your feet more than hip distance, pointing your toes out and sitting in yogi squat or malasana. Taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lifting your bum, walking your feet back together, halfway lift and fold. Halfway lift and fold. Step back with your right foot, drop your knee, reaching up with your fingertips, opening up, going back a little bit farther, bringing your hands back to the mat and flowing through your vinyasa, linking your movement to your breath. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Lifting your right leg high, placing your right foot where your right hand is, reaching your arms to the sky, opening up your heart, bringing that right arm to the inner left thigh, making a kickstand with the back leg, reaching your left arm to the sky, opening your heart, pulling your shoulder blades down your spine, bringing your fingertips to the front of the mat, step forward and halfway lift and fold. Opening up your feet, squatting down from Malasana, deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lifting your bum, walking your feet back together, halfway lift and fold. Stepping back with your left foot, dropping your back knee, reaching your arms up overhead, letting your hips sink even more towards the ground. Bring your fingertips back to the ground and flow through your vinyasa. Breathing in, upward dog or cobra, and out, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. Lifting your left leg high, placing your foot where your left hand is. Straightening the back leg, keeping that heel high, crescent lunge. Reaching your arms to the sky, dropping your back knee, reaching back even more, bringing your hands to the ground, left arm in your inner thigh, right arm goes up, kickstand with your back foot. Bringing your fingertips back to the ground, placing your back foot back behind you, half splits, straightening your front knee. Coming back to crescent lunge, allowing yourself to sit a little bit deeper in that front knee, opening your heart more, stepping forward to Utkatasana or chair pose. Tucking your tailbone just enough to make a flat back. Lifting your left leg, stepping back to crescent lunge, dropping your back knee, reaching your arms up overhead, bringing your right arm into the right inner thigh, making a kickstand with your back leg, reaching your left arm to the sky. Bringing your hands back down, your foot back behind you, coming to half splits. Allowing your head to sink a little bit more. Coming back to your fingers on the ground to plank and flowing through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Lifting your right leg high, bring your knee to your nose, step it through. Crescent lunge. Finding your balance. Reaching high. Maybe a back bend, bringing that back knee back down, looking up and back, then bringing your fingertips to the ground, your right arm to your right inner thigh, lifting your left arm to the sky, making a kickstand with your back leg, then coming back to half splits. Shifting forward, coming back to your crescent lunge, your hands at your heart center, stepping forward to Utkatasana. chair pose. Again, that flat back, stepping back with the right leg, reaching up, dropping your back knee. Again, taking half frog, your left arm and your left inner thigh, your right arm goes to the sky, making the kickstand with your back leg. And then coming to half splits, taking a breath in and folding over your leg. Shifting forward, coming back to crescent, then flowing through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. Another breath in and let it out. Hop or walk your feet to the top of your mat, halfway lift and fold. Separating your feet farther than hip distance, sitting in malasana, pushing your palms into each other, squeezing the backs of your arms with your legs, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lifting your bum, walking your feet back, sitting into chair pose. Reaching your arms overhead. You can take cactus arms if you'd like, but coming up onto your tippy toes and slowly using your core and your thighs, lowering all the way down, bringing your bum to the mat and sitting in boat pose with a flat back. Then lowering to low boat, coming back to boat, then starting to rock and roll, using your momentum, coming back up to forward fold. And fold. Come to standing, rise up all the way, baby back bend, and fold. Halfway lift. Place your hands on the mat, step back, jump back, and go through your flow. Upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Bend your knees, look forward, hop or walk your feet to your hands, halfway lift. Separate your feet more than hip distance and sit down low, malasana. Taking 3 breaths. Bringing your hands, pushing them against each other, pushing the backs of your arms against your knees against the back of your arms, keeping the action going. Breath in, and as you breathe out, lifting your bum, walking your toes back together and sitting in your chair pose. With a flat back, slowly lower down, all the way, bringing your bum to the ground to boat pose. Low boat, high boat, keeping your core engaged. Low boat, high boat. Then start to rock and roll, using that momentum, using your core, maybe your hands, coming back to your fold. Halfway lift and flow through your vinyasa, linking your breath to your movement, breathing in for upward dog and out for downward facing dog. Lifting your left leg high, pulling it through for crescent lunge. Taking up as much space as you need to, getting long, hands go up to the sky. Sitting a little bit deeper, opening up to warrior 2. Making sure your arms are parallel to the earth. Straightening your front leg, then going down into triangle. Here you can take a block and place the block in front of or behind your foot, your hand on top of it, or even your hand on your shin, wherever you need to be in this moment. Engaging your thighs, externally rotating your right hip, bending that front knee, coming back up all the way, pointing all 10 toes to the front, and folding forward. Allowing yourself to really release the back of your neck and your spine. Maybe grabbing your ankles, pulling the crown of your head towards the mat. Bring your hands back to the ground underneath you, halfway lift. Bending your knees, pointing your toes out, coming to goddess. Acting like you're leaning your back against a wall so that back is nice and straight. Take a breath in and stand up. Then coming back to warrior two. Bending that front knee, reversing your warrior, reaching your arm to the sky, then windmill vinyasa through your flow. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Lifting your right leg high, setting up your crescent lunge. Your back heel is high, your thighs are engaged, fingertips to the sky. Sitting a little bit deeper. Looking up to the sky, shoulder blades down your back. Then opening up, warrior two. Again, taking up that space. Straightening the front knee, coming to your triangle. Keeping your shoulder blades down your back. Your neck is neutral. Your core is online. Your fingertips are spread. You're breathing deep. Breath in and out. Bending your front knee. Straightening both legs. Bringing your torso all the way up. Pointing your toes in front of you. Interlacing your fingers behind your back and coming into your wide-legged forward fold. Shifting your weight towards the balls of your feet, allowing the crown of your head to get closer to the ground. Bringing your hands back underneath you, walking your feet in a little bit, pointing your toes out, bending your knees, sitting in goddess. Remembering to breathe deep, allowing your heart rate to slow down a little bit, maybe closing your eyes, taking any arm variation you wish, whatever feels right. Standing all the way up, then warrior two. Reaching forward, then reversing your warrior, reaching to the sky, windmill vinyasa, and you flow. Breath in and out, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Coming to all fours, we're going to work on a couple of cat-cows. Working with your breath, breathing out as you arch your back, breathing in as your belly goes to the ground. Working with your breath and your movement, maybe adding some organic twists and turns, opening your spine a little bit more. As you breathe out, you push as much as you can. And as you breathe in, you pull as much as you can. Breathing deeper and deeper with each cat and each cow. Coming back to a neutral spine, coming up onto your knees, setting up for a dancing camel. You want your hip joints and your knees stacked on top of each other. Sitting back on your heels with your left hand grabbing onto your left heel, reaching your right arm to the sky, pushing your thighs in front of you. Coming back down, reaching your right arm to your heel, then reaching your left arm up, pushing your hips towards the front. Going back and forth in a dancing motion, using your breath. So breathing in as you shift to the other side, breathe out as you push your hips up. Dancing camel, use your breath for your movement. Really opening your heart, pushing your thighs forward, coming back to neutral, sitting in heroes, bum is on your heels. Reaching up, stretching, and coming back to downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Lifting your right leg high, really opening up the side of your body, stacking your hips, bending your knee, and bringing it back down to the ground. Lifting your left leg, bending your knee, opening your side body, then step it to the spot where your left hand is, crescent pose, reaching your arms down to your sides and shifting your weight forward using your core, coming to airplane. Then bringing your hands to the ground, we're taking twisted half moon. So keeping your right arm on the ground, your hips are square, your left arm goes to the sky. So you're twisting in the middle of your torso. You can use a block under your right arm if you'd like. And fold, halfway lift, step back and flow through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high, bend at your knee, open up your side body, then bring your foot back down. Lifting your right leg, bending your knee, opening up, then pulling it through, crescent lunge. Bringing your hands down to the side of your body, stepping forward using your core and your thighs, coming to airplane. Bringing both hands back down to the ground, planting your left hand, and your right arm goes to the sky this time, squaring off your hips, keeping that back leg high, your foot is engaged. And forward fold. Halfway lift and flow through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high, bring it to the outside of your left pinky, setting up for lizard. Dropping your back knee, opening your chest, elongating your spine, then either staying on your palms and opening up your hips or coming down to your forearms. Opening up to the knife edge of your left foot, letting your thighs sink towards the ground. If you're on your forearms, coming back to your palms, then reaching back with your right arm, grabbing your right foot, kicking into your hand, opening your heart and stretching the front side of your right thigh. Bringing both hands back down to the ground and then wiggling that top foot across for half pigeon. And before you fold, act like you're zippering up your thighs. Squeeze your thighs together, creating proper alignment, and then you fold forward. Taking a deep breath in and letting it all go. Using your breath as a waterfall, allowing it to flow down your back as it fills up your lungs, flowing through your spine, circulating in your hips, going down your legs and out your feet, removing anything stuck. Everything that no longer serves you is being washed away with your breath. Lifting your torso, working that back leg all the way around, stacking it on top of the other, knee above knee for cow face. Adjusting yourself so that your spine is long, both hips are on the floor, your sit bones are on the floor, and you fold. Engaging your feet to protect your knees, but allowing the space in your hips to relax. Breathing deep into your hips. Slowly lifting your torso, unraveling, and working your way back to downward facing dog. Taking a breath in and out. Lifting your right leg, stepping to the outside of your right pinky, either coming to your forearms or staying on your palms, but either way, dropping your back knee and allowing yourself to sink lower into your hips. Maybe adding some organic movement, wiggling side to side. Coming back onto your palms if you're on your forearms, reaching back with your left hand, grabbing your left leg, your left foot, kicking that foot into your hand as you pull it closer, but opening your heart, keeping your hips open and sinking towards the ground. Releasing your grip, walking that top foot across the mat for half pigeon. And again, squeezing your thighs together. It'll kind of create this lift and shifting of that back leg to create the proper alignment, and then you fold forward. Taking a breath in and letting it all go. Letting the space between your shoulder blades and your neck relax. Your hips get heavier. And your breathing gets deeper. Slowly lifting your torso, bringing your back foot around, and again stacking your legs so your knee is on top of another. Making sure both sit bones are on the ground, your torso is long and straight, and then you fold. Again, flexing your feet, protecting your knees, but trying to allow your hip flexors, your thighs to really relax, allowing you to get deeper into this, releasing more. Slowly lifting your torso, then sitting all the way back on your mat, wide legs. Taking a breath in, and with a flat back, you fold forward. Keeping a slight bend in your knees will help you ease into this a little bit more, so you feel it along your back as well as your back of the legs. Try playing with flexing your toes and pointing your toes. Slowly lifting your torso up. Then with your right hand, pushing your hand against your inner right thigh, and then pulling your left arm overhead. The goal is to grab your toes here. If you're not quite there, that's okay. Breath in and switch sides. Your left hand goes in your inner left leg. Your right arm goes over your body, over your head. And slowly come up to a seated position, bringing your feet together, lifting your arms up, flat back, and then folding forward. And again, same thing. If you have a little bit of bend in your knee, unless you can go all the way, but if you have a little bit of bend in your knee, it helps to release your lower back as well as get that leg stretch. So you're fully utilizing this whole stretch in your whole body. Lifting your torso all the way up and then working your way onto your back. Going into shoulder stand, or you can place a block underneath your hips and keep your legs up. Either way, it's up to you. If you're going into shoulder stand, kick your legs all the way back into plow. Work your hands as high up on your back as you can, bringing your shoulders underneath you, your elbows behind you to create a stable base. Then lifting one foot at a time, or for some core work, both feet. Either way, looking up at your feet, closing your eyes, pushing the back of your head into the mat, and breathing deep. You can play with leg variation here if you're in antsy pants like I am. Any leg variation that you want. Keeping your legs up above your heart, helping that circulation. And the movement really does help too. I like to tell myself that. Re-straightening your legs, coming to your fullest expression, then dropping your toes back above your head to the ground for plow. Bending your knees, letting them fall by your ears for deaf man. Making a runway with your arms, using your core, going as slowly as you possibly can, one vertebrae at a time, letting yourself lower all the way down. Keeping your knees bent. Bring your knees to the outsides of your bodies, grabbing your outside of your feet with your hands for a happy baby. Pulling your feet towards you as you push away against your hands, tilting your tailbone towards the mat. Then squeezing your knees, giving yourself a big bear hug, letting your feet fall over to the left. Looking over to the right, taking your supine twist. Taking a breath in and letting it out. And coming back to neutral, giving yourself another squeeze, then letting your legs fall over to the right as you look over to the left. Breathing deep into your side body. Bringing your legs back to neutral. Squeezing your knees into your chest one last time, giving yourself a big bear hug. Then kicking your feet out for Shavasana, allowing yourself to take up as much space as you need. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Imagine in the center of the universe is a white light, the biggest and brightest white light that you have ever seen. That light is shooting through the universe, down through the Earth's atmosphere, into the crown of your head, penetrating every cell of your being, coming out of your feet, going through the Earth's crust, into the core. And in the Earth's core is a red light. The Earth sends that light up through the mantle, through the core, in through your feet, penetrating every cell of your being, out through the crown of your head, and into the center of the universe. This light gets bigger and bigger, filling your whole body, coming just outside of your body, creating a shield that only love and compassion can pass through. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go. Starting to wake up your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, circulating your wrists and ankles, reaching your arms overhead, giving yourself a long, deep, full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest and roll over onto your left side. Your left side is your feminine side. Lying in fetal position, and this side helps nurture your feminine side, your womanhood, your goddess power. Slowly make your way to a seated position, eyes closed, hands at prayer at heart center. Taking a breath in and out. Deep breath in. Bringing your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows, your forehead center. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this class, and please thank yourselves for being here, doing the work, and creating openness. I am love, I am light. Namaste.